Everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about when I got bullied in junior high school. Um, and sorry about the way my camera looks. There's actually a crack right on the selfie camera thing. Anyways, let's just get right into it. So how it all started was I was 16 in grade 9 because I have a learning disability. So I failed a couple times. Anyways, my mom and we had just moved to a new town. I started a new school. I met this girl, and I'm not afraid to use actual names. Not afraid. So, I met this girl named Amanda, and I thought she was a nice girl and whatever. And I also knew this other girl, Nicole. Nicole was quiet, churchy, whatever, but Amanda pressured me into writing a hate letter. Like, Amanda wrote it, and I shoved it in this girl's locker. That's how it worked. Then the girl that we did this to, she brought the note to the office. And the next day, I took the fall for everything. I got a 5-day in school suspension, and my mom wasn't too happy. Amanda only got 2-day in school suspension, and her friend Jessie got a day of in school suspension. Okay, so Amanda and I stopped being friends shortly after that happened. I met a group of people, just kind of like the wallflower people, like the outcasts, and I hung out with them, whatever. You know, there are just maybe two people out of that group of six that I still talk with to this day. Anyways, um, Amanda and I would somewhat talk. And then around the exact same time I met Amanda, I also met this girl, Melissa. Okay, so let me just get straight into Melissa. I helped her move, and we would hang out, sleepovers, da 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 da. Me and Amanda, we just went our separate ways after the whole in school suspension thing. But me and Amanda, me and Melissa stayed friends. So this is, you know, we stayed friends up until May 2003. And we got into this huge argument. Like, it was just like this huge, huge argument because she had broken up with this guy and I started dating him. And it went all downhill after that. Now, she was pissed off at me. I should have been the one pissed off at her just for the simple fact that I think it was about a week and a half into my relationship with this guy, he starts cheating on me with Melissa. And I found out about it, and they thought that they were getting away with it, but they weren't. How did I figure it out? My ex's friend, Erin, told me what my ex was doing behind my back. So I should have been the one pissed with her. Then Erin tells me that it's not just Melissa, but it's all these other girls. I'm like, I really don't care anymore. I really don't care. I'm planning on breaking up with this guy anyways. It had been about 6 weeks, and I was just like done. I was like, you know what? Screw you. I'm done. Then, yeah. So I broke up with him end of June, somewhere in there. Summer holidays went fine. I was hoping that this girl, Melissa, wasn't in my new school. She was, unfortunately, and all her little minions were too, and they were still pissed at me over dating this guy. Well, it just so happens that my ex moved into my mom's apartment building. On top of that, I was also in foster care. So that is a completely different story. But I would spend like, so majority of the time I was getting bullied. I was living in foster care and visiting my mom for Friday nights and Saturday nights. That's what it was. And then I would go home on Sundays. Or I'd go back to my foster mom's on Sundays. Anyways, I'm getting bullied still. Grade 10, high school, whatever. And okay, first I'll share the breakup first. So me and this guy broke up at the end of June. I know I'm all over the place, but whatever. So, anyways, me and this guy, we break up at the end of June at a teen drop in, and I go, and my exact, sorry, I'm shaking. Um, my exact words to this guy were, it's either me or Melissa. Choose now. And he couldn't decide. He's like, I can't do that. I'm like, fine, fuck you. We're done. And I left him with his friend Malachi. Hmm, I have a different story about Malachi. Only because he was the only person that had my back other than Aaron. Malachi, if you even by chance see this, thank you and get off the drugs now, please. Anyways, so fast forward to high school again, and we're talking like October, November, and this girl, I'm like having a bad day because all through summer break, this girl was online harassing me, online bullying me. She had her friends doing it. And because this is like 2003, it wasn't like Facebook or MySpace or anything like that. I'm talking like she'd find me. She would legit find me in chat rooms and she would harass me in front, like online in chat rooms. And then she found out my MSN and she starts, private messaging me. Oh my God. And I had family members that I was actually like talking to. So, anyways, finally it got to the point in November when I was just like, fuck this, I'm gonna do something about it because I have missed my dance, like my grade 10 dance classes. I've missed, so much school because of this bitch. I'm not doing this again. I am not being bullied any further. And she basically gets me on the gravel field. Like it's a field made out of gravel. And she starts just lipping me off, you stupid bitch. How could you do this? I'm going to deck you, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you know what, bitch? I've been hearing this for a year now. Like, if you're actually going to hit me, do it. Like, you know, so just do it. Do it. And she tries to, and I punched her in the face twice, and she backs off. Like, I punched her first in the eye. She wound up having a black eye, and I punched her in the mouth, and she got a bloody and fat lip from that. All the anger just came out. And then I ran past my foster sister because to get to the main field and the gravel field, you actually have to like walk through the student parking. And I ran past her, like just crying because I was so pissed. And she stops me and she goes, "What's wrong?" And I'm just like, "That fucking Melissa bitch." And she knew exactly who I was talking about. And she saw Melissa coming towards me, pissed off with me for hitting her. I'm pissed off at her for bullying me. So My foster sister says just run into the office or run home, because home for us was like just up the hill. Like, yes, our high school was in the country, but it was up the hill, and it was like not even a 5 minute walk. So we were just like up the hill. So I run into the office, and she gets suspended and gets pissed off at me. Well, I got suspended too because I hit this girl, but whatever. The school wasn't doing anything. So, but since then, I haven't been bullied. That's a good thing about it. And I'm going to end it here. So, well, actually, if you're getting bullied, keep telling somebody about it. And yeah, I mean, I don't tolerate bullying one bit. I finally started sticking up for myself in 2003 after being like, I started getting bullied in 1997, but the major story was the story from 2002, 2003. That's when I just had enough. Anyways, yeah, I have lots more stories that I want to tell. So if you want to hear them, just let me know and I will upload them. So, yeah, I have stories about working at Tim Hortons. Yes, I live in Canada. I have stories about working at Subway. I have stories about my brother playing hockey. Funny stories, actually. I have a few of those too. Just random stories. Stories that, I just want to get off my chest. So if you want to hear them, just let me know. All right. Bye.